Hey Tom, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. Yeah, sorry about it. I was just saw the message. I thought about you might wanted to change a bit of time, but I just confirmed it. I think we can meet in because time zone is a bit different. So most of the people I talk to they are in Australia, Sydney, so I don't have the time.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, well, it's 3 o'clock here, so
Okay. Yeah, great. How's your day, by the way?
yeah, not too bad. I've got a meeting at 4. I've got to go get an offer, so it's been all right.
Okay, great. So you got a meeting at 4. Thank you for letting me know. So and basically, so that'll be 1 hour. Should be enough. So basically, I want to ask you as well. Let's say, you're signing up my webinar, and I'm just curious, what's the reason why you sign up the webinar?
Just looking for. I mean, we discussed this on the phone the other day. Looking
Yeah.
for sort of more creative ways to attract business.
Yes.
I mean, I watched your 3 videos that you sent me the links to.
Yeah.
So yeah, more than just every other agent is offering a free house appraisal. I think there's got to be more intelligent ways to attract business and to generate leads.
Yes.
And sort of looking at your sort of education-based attraction, it might be a good option.
Okay, so that is basically what what I'm about. So I help the people, I help the agent and implement the more creative way to generate leads and a more intelligent way as well.
Yeah.
And by the way, I told on, okay, sure. So that's basically that's why I will show you as well. And the way is not just some idea, actually it's proven to work the way. Yeah, even if they are creative, they're intelligent, but they are, creative and they are proven to work. Okay,
yeah.
sure. And what is basically I'm looking for? So tell me, I'm not sure if you got any idea. Some agent come to me, they just straight say, okay, I wanted to, differentiate myself from other agent. Or some people come to me, I wanted to learn how to run Facebook ads. So I want to get an idea, what you are looking for as well. What is basically are you looking for in terms of like a lead gen?
Yeah, I guess social media based. I think Facebook is the way forward for getting in front of people's eyes.
Okay.
I mean, you can do Google ads or those sorts of things, but I think to get in front of people's eyes, Facebook is the way forward. But I think we've got to come up with a strategy where it's not just another real estate agent's face going free market appraisal. I think there's got to be something attractive for them to click, for them to want to. There has to be an attraction for that ad to make them want to click it.
Okay, great. So you are spot on, and that's what I'm about. So I'm not going to show you just put a piece of ad like every agent there, put a like free market proposal. I show the strategy. That's I will explain the difference between what is something called a strategy and tactics, and also what the difference between Facebook campaign and ad. I'm going to share your presentation later on. By the way, great. So, by the way, another question I got is, okay, you told me you just get started in the real estate, and what did you do before it, by the way, Tom?
I've owned cafes.
Oh, you own a cafe. Okay. Okay. Or cafe. Well, so
more than one.
Okay. Yeah, more than one. Okay. I still running cafe or
no, I'm out. I sold them both.
A COVID-19 or
no, just before. Sold them in December last year.
Okay. Well, that's great. You sold it because COVID-19 also cafe business, they just gone out of business. So
yeah, exactly.
You sell in December. That's a really good decision.
Lucky.
In December. Yeah, lucky. Really lucky. Yeah. So why is it important for you, to be, to generate leads in the real estate? Why is it important to you?
I might have mentioned on the telephone where I'm a new agent in a new city. So I moved to Dunedin about 3 years ago. So I haven't got a network here of friends I went to school with, of family friends. So I haven't got my sort of sphere of influence or network
Yeah.
To sort of get the business starting and rolling, and then the referral work. So I need to come up with more intelligent ways to attract people to me to use my services.
Okay, I need to come out intelligent way to attract people to you, to get your services.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay, so the reason why it is important to you because you are in your agent in your city, and you haven't got your like a network there, and you haven't got your sphere of influence. So you need to come out an intelligent way to attract people to get your services.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'm just really understand what you are looking for. Sure. So that is most of aging are looking for come out intelligent way to attract. Okay, tell me a bit more about like come out intelligent way to attract people to get your service. What do you mean? Because that means a different thing means different to people. What do you mean like a come out intelligent way to attract people? So in your mind, what does that mean to you?
Something different, not just to contact me for a free house appraisal.
Yeah.
Every agent does that. That's boring. I mean, I think using education as a way to make people realize what they can get from their current property, in terms of sort of, adding to their wealth, to get them to sort of at least click on the thing and make an appointment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So that's definitely I'm gonna show you how you can get people to book appointment with you, and without chasing them like and like pretty much every other agent is doing. Well, that's be a traditional way every agent was doing actually, because of the internet, because of the social media, because I think the way a traditional real estate agent sales model has been outdated. A lot of the agents they have not realized. So great, it's great for you to know, because even if you're aging, but you can see the trend. It's really good for you to know as well.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so what is currently preventing you from, like say from achieving your goal in the real estate? So what stop you from that?
My lack of network.
My lack of network. So your lack of network. So that is from getting the leads you want. What else?
That's kind of it, really. I mean, the service I provide is good. My commission rates are good. The product is good. I just need to get more people to put me in the picture of selling their house.
Yeah.
Obviously they'll interview 2 or 3 agents, but I need to be one of those 2 or 3.
Okay. Okay. So you need to be one. You need to be okay.
So I'm getting a website built currently. I'm getting a promotional video built, made currently. So I'll send that out on all social channels, to just basically put me in front of the general public's eyes, so they know who I am, they know a bit about me, they know a bit about my family, to hopefully make me more attractive to use to sell their home.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So what you are doing, they definitely helps. And okay. So let me ask another question. So what sort of problem, does this ultimately create for you? Let's say if you don't have a network, or if you don't have the, people to contact you when they need to sell the house, what sort of problem does it create for you?
Oh, I mean, it creates a lack of income.
Yeah, lack of income. Is the real estate your only source of income?
Yes.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I can definitely feel. Okay, lack of income. Do you have a family?
Yes.
Okay, so you are the, you provide the main income for your family.
Correct.
Okay, so create a lot of income.
So I mean, look, I'm looking for ways to grow my business in a organic but intelligent way, not just the standard Facebook boosted post, I'll appraise your property free of charge. I think there's better ways to do it.
Great. Yeah, definitely there is a better way. What consequences are likely to happen? Let's say in next 12 months, pretty much this year has been ended now. So if you don't have the network, if you don't, let's say if you don't produce an income what you used to produce in the cafe business, what kind of consequences are going to happen in next 12 months?
Well, I'll have to get a job.
What kind of job do you think you can get?
Oh, no idea. Haven't looked because I haven't got to that point yet. Hopefully, it won't have to get to that point. Hopefully, that in the first quarter of next year, I can become an attraction agent and get some more business in.
Okay.
Fill up a pipeline.
Fill with the pipeline. Okay, so if you in the actual month, so if if you don't have the lack of income, basically you just have to get a job and you have no idea what job you're gonna get. Okay. But how would you know? You find the right people to help you. Have you talked to someone else about this? How would you know you find someone to help you?
What what in terms of lead generation?
Yeah, in terms of that's what I'm looking for. And
yeah, I use a company in Auckland called the Digital Agent.
Yeah, digital agent. Yeah,
they do a great job with sponsored posts that I get quite a few leads from, mostly buyers.
Yeah.
But the odd seller that just go into my pipeline and then I over service them until one day when they do sell, I'm in the picture.
Okay, so digital agent, so they are you paid them to do lead gen for you, yeah?
Yeah, that's vendor paid. So their house, so the house goes out on social media to a targeted audience.
Yeah.
And then they click a link within Facebook to view more information about the property. But what I get is I get their email, their phone number, their name, their budget, whether they're pre-approved for finance or not, and if they're an investor or a first-home buyer or an upsizer or downsizer.
Okay, is that kind of solution you are looking for? You are looking for someone to just run the social media for you, and you get a buyer or seller. Is that kind of solution you are looking for?
No, that is one of the things I'm currently doing, which I'm getting quite a few leads for. I'm looking for other ways that could possibly generate more leads.
Okay. So how would you know you find the right, product or services, for you?
Sorry, say that again.
How would you know you found the right, let's say digital agent, has a solution for you. I mean, but I think you are looking for more than that. So how would you know you find the right, product or services?
Sorry, you froze there for a bit. How would I know what?
How would you know you find the right product or services?
By trial and error, I guess.
What do you mean by trial and error?
Well, see if I'm open to giving multiple systems a go to see how successful they are in generating qualified seller leads.
Okay, so you're happy to give it, every system I go to, see how they can generate seller leads.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay, so well, is there any other information you like to tell me, so I can basically I can tailor the solution for you? Is there
Dunedin market is really vibrant at the moment. There's quite a lack of stock, but in anything you get seems to sell pretty quickly. I mean, I sold a place last week. Sold the day after the first open home. Multiple offers are common. So I'm looking. The medium house price here is just over 600,000, so it's fairly affordable. Quite affordable. It's a city that's growing. And that's sort of about my business. It's been I only started in real estate in February. And then of course we had COVID, so we went into lockdown for quite a while. But in general, it's been okay, but I'd like it to be a lot better. Okay,
so basically, from what I know, in your market is a lack of stock, and basically sold, after first open house. So basically, there are more buyers than seller.
A lot more buyers than sellers. Yep.
Well, it is exactly the same in Australia and Sydney. I mean, I talked to agent in Australia, so pretty much the same as well, and many buyers, and but Senior, there are not too many,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So the only thing you have to do is get more people into a pipeline. The more people get a pipeline, you get more sales.
Correct.
Okay. Sure. So out of curiosity, has anybody, ever taken the time to explain to you what the benefit, of having having something called I'm not sure you heard of something called a sales funnel.
Yep. Absolutely.
Is anyone told you about a sales funnel in the past?
Yeah, I've done a lot of research about sales funnels, but in order for a sales funnel to work, you've got to have something attractive on there for them to click on. You've got to capture their attention. So I'm looking at intelligent ways to capture their attention, so I can get their details and make an appointment.
Okay, sure. So, sure, I will gonna share that. So I'm going to pretty much share you. I'm going to open a PPT. I used to share aging about this, so you can see. Just going to. Well, this is basically a sales funnel, and I designed for real estate agent. There are so many other sales funnel for different type of industry, but this one is proven to work for real estate agent. I'm just going to open a.
Yep.
So who has about it? But who told you about a sales funnel, by the way?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you watch some YouTube video, learn about sales funnel.
I just watch a lot of videos on all sorts of marketing.
Yeah, well, there are many. I know. I watch them are real.
There's hundreds.
But unfortunately, they are not going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. They are tell you most of them are quite basic, or just let you know on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find the PPT. So you told me, you are got someone to build your website. What kind of website you are building now?
What kind of website?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, just a normal website. It's got information about me, information about buying and selling, tips on the method of sale, my current listings, my previous listings, just so people can sort of click on it and find out more about me and what I do.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna show you PPT that will explain to you first one what a sales funnel is, and second one what type of sales funnel I built for real estate agent that works. I'm just gonna share the screen now, so you understand what I'm talking about as well. Can you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So, okay, I think there are three parts. I just create a new slide and to explain to you. There are three parts in terms of make sure the sales funnel works. Yeah. Sales funnel basically, I have to let you know, basically they just like your sales pipeline. If you they are doing sales, they are doing prospecting for you. That's basically so first part is okay, I need to build. Number one, you must have something called a irresistible offer. I think I sent you a video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one will differentiate yourself from other. This will also help people track into your funnel as well. Number two is what you need is you must have something called education based marketing presentation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through this one so you understand what talk about it.
Yeah, I watched all your 3 videos you sent me, and you go into that in detail.
Yeah, into the detail. So number one, now 3-on-1, you must learn how to do campaign to drive traffic. So I go through each of them, and just so you understand that. Also, then I tell you, what my offer is. So first one, like you mentioned about it, is as a new agent. I mean, I work with one of the new agent as well. I'm just share a case study with you. So one of the new agent, and I work with. By the way, she is come from a regional area. in use as well. So she's a new agent. Well, she wasn't new in real estate. She was a property manager in the past, but she just started a real estate this year like you.
Yeah.
So she has to compete with some other big brand like LG Hooker, Rewind agent, you know, some other people. So you know, as a new agent, I'm sure it can be challenged because number one, you don't have like a sphere of influence, you don't have a network, and compete with someone who have a network, who has a, you know, that kind of influence. So even if you got your door looking or you got some leads, but it can be challenging for you to win the listing. Agree? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's going to be, because I share that one because I think that's going to relate to you. So she come to me and she say, you know, I got some of the leads, but it's heavy hard for me to convert them because I just don't have any difference, you know, from other agents, and other agents, they have more market share than me. And so, so this is the solution. When I work with her, I help her create it. And so I look at it, yes, definitely, it's just really hard for you to compete because even if you got leads, seller lead, just kind of count, the chance for her to win the listing is very low, because what she's offering is pretty much identical from other agents. So if she doesn't have any, you know, market share or doesn't have any other, you know, network, so it's just challenge. So I said, okay, I can say, you know, she just get started, similar to you as well. The only source of income she got is from real estate. That's the only source of income. And also she got a family, she got like 2 kids, and her husband is mainly, you know, work as well, but not in the real estate, but in a different industry. So she come to me, she say, I have to make the real estate work. So okay, here is what I help her create, something called an irresistible offer. Irresistible offer, by the way, is it is you know, it is very popular in the internet marketing industry. It's proven to work, but unfortunately, most of the real estate agents don't know much about it. And because most of the, you know, real estate agents, I tell you why they don't know much about. I did some research. Most of the real estate agent will funnel because they if they join a real estate agent, they just basically listen to the principal or other sales agent and you know, listen to what they are doing, and their principal and the sales agent, you know, listen to the previous principal and the previous sales agent. So the sales model of real estate agent is invented pretty much 200, 300 years ago. And so pretty much then that's why they taught each agent to generation. Every agent basically follow the same way to generate leads, to convert leads into sales. And they're not doing this for many, many years. And of course, now some people realize that technology, social media, and it change it. But I after, you know, talking to them, I found the change is really slow. And so that's why even if some of the strategy proven to work in other industry, but you know, most of the agents don't know about it, or they don't know how to use it. So this is I know the strategy is proven to work because actually I'm not from real estate. I spend the majority of my time in the internet marketing industry. So I know how, you know, internet marketer use to differentiate themselves. Then I just say, okay, you know, this definitely will work for real estate agent. So I asked her a question, and the question is basically I asked her, I think you can ask yourself as well. I asked her, you know, what is the, you know, reason why, you know, vendor want to sell property with you. So, and she told me, you know, like most of vendor want to sell the property because, and the vendor wanted to sell, you know, is because they are looking, they have some life-changing event. What I mean, they either, you know, get divorced, they either, you know, they do the job, they, you know, either they get married or upside and downside, and, you know, they got some life-changing event. So they have to, you know, sell the property. I'm sure. So I did a, you know, some research. I mean, found out pretty much that's the reason. There are about 6 main reasons, and people want to sell the property. You know, upside and downside and divorce. You know, family situation and illness. So not really complicated. Then I said that's great. So if that is the reason why people want to sell the property, and then the second question I asked her is, you know, what is the ultimate outcome they want from, selling the property, not from sale. What is the ultimate outcome? Let's say the reason why I'm just giving you example. Let's say people get divorced, and the ultimate outcome they want is they wanted to sort out the divorce problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, totally makes sense. So the ultimate outcome is people want to solve the divorce problem. So to hire a real estate agent to help them sell the property is just one piece of the solution they needed to solve the problem. Once the property has been sold, and they have to talk to a lawyer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have to, because they have who is going to look after the kids, or they have to talk to a mortgage broker. Then they have to talk to a buyer's agent or tax accountant, financial planner. Just imagine from A to B. A is where they are. B is they're like driving a car destination. They just have to go through all of the checking points. Like they have to get involved with the product or services to solve the problem. So this is a strategy most of internal marketers use, but an agent can use it as well. And so I asked her, so if what they want is to sort out the divorce problem, that means that the solution, the product or services they are looking for is to help them solve the divorce problem. Of course, you cannot provide one product to help them solve the problem, but they want to solve the problem. That means that they wanted to have a what sort of product or service. Let's say they want to have a real estate agent. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also wanted to have a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
They also wanted to have a mortgage broker,
mm-hmm.
a financial planner. Let's say a tax accountant. Let's say a buyer agent. If you want to buy a new property after sold a new one,
Mm-hmm.
of course, a few more of them, and maybe plus like trade people as well, because they're going to decorate property and before putting on the market. So that's all of their product or services they needed to be able to solve the problem completely. So what I mean is the only way, just let you know, the only way for you to differentiate yourself, the only way, I mean, sure, there's some agent can say I have the biggest market share, I can do one. But if you don't have a biggest market share, if you don't have the big influence, the only way, I have to say this is the only way, is to add more value, is to provide. Of course, you won't be able to provide a mortgage broker service. You won't be able to provide a financial planning service. You won't be able to plan the tax accountant because you don't have the skill or knowledge. But if you want to win the listing, wanted to pitch the vendor to do it, the basically, some other agent pitching, I'll get biggest market share, I can help you sell the best price. The basically, what they really say is that I can provide more value to you. So if you can demonstrate a way to promote more value and the vendor believe that, you're definitely going to win the listing. I mean, this is just really simple. So,
yeah, of course.
So what it can do is one. So let's say if a vendor need to, go through all of the process to hire a lawyer. So most of the agents actually know this already. So what I can do is I ask her, let's say, okay, because most of the agents are really good at negotiation. You negotiate sale and the buyer. I say, how about you just use a skill you already got to help the vendor negotiate a really good price, like negotiate with a legal expert. Let's say legal expert normally charges $3,000, $5,000 like for legal services. Someone get divorced or someone, they may need or negotiate with a mortgage broker. Mortgage broker actually will be happy to give discount as well if you negotiate it. And most of vendors don't know how to negotiate. So most of mortgage broker get a commission from bank, but if some agent know how to negotiate, they can help them. So, but how you can negotiate? You can say you can become their referral partner. You can say, okay, I'm happy to refer my vendor to you, to work with these people. But however, I don't want you pay referral fee to me. I want you pay the referral fee to my vendor. And for sure, so most of the people I talk to, they are willing to pay referral fee for real estate agent. Yeah, because I talk to them as well. And most of them are actually happy to pay. But you just, okay, ask them, don't pay you, pay the vendor. Why? Because when the number one is you don't want it to vendor, think about, okay, you are getting some of the benefit from refer people to you. That's may decrease the trust. And number two is if the people can, send the referral fee to the vendor, not to you, let's say vendor can save up to $3,000 to $5,000, if they negotiate a deal from one of the people. So real estate agent can provide, $3K to $5K generally financial value to the vendor. So when you go to a decent presentation, you say, okay, you can go to other agent to sell this property. Other agent going to help you put it on realestate.com.au, domain.com.au, or help you promoting the database, social media, blah, blah, blah. I do that as well. But on top, I also, this is my unique selling point. I can help you immediately, save 3K to 5K, because I know after you sell property, you can need a lawyer, mortgage broker, financial planner, tax accountant. So you provide immediate and a tangible benefit.
Yeah, got it.
People can see this one. This is really immediate, and this is not overpromise. I know there's some agent try to differentiate themselves to overpromise. I can help you sell as high as a price, but it's too hard. You cannot guarantee you can help them sell higher price, because the buyer control the market, control the price. Yeah, so this is, make sure you don't overpromise, because if you overpromise, you cannot deliver, you're going to damage your reputation. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is mostly risk-free way, because you are not going to overpromise, then you cannot provide, guarantee the best price, but you can guarantee you can help them negotiate a good deal from what the service they're going to need it. That's the tangible value. Then you're going to put this into your offer, something called a erase offer. So your offer include your real estate agency services. That is what you included. Like most of the agent have the service as well, and plus your value adding services. What I mean value adding, which means all of the additional service, like a value you can bring to the vendor and you package the offer. Then you use that one for your decent presentation. But I would suggest you use that one in your second point is, so I did this one now. She got an offer, and then I think she actually talked to a convincer, and now she's making it happen. Now she feels confident. She actually got me a testimonial as well on my website to say, okay, now she's able to win the listing. So that's the first fundamental.
Yeah, got it.
No, I get it. So that is for you as well. Even for the best agent, they have the biggest market share. They do also did, because I'm not sure you read about Susan's post in Town Panels Gene. There's one of the agent and who had got a 65% market share. This agent, I just go to Real Estate Gene. I was talking to Susan about this as well. Real Estate Gene. There's one of the agent who actually has a really big market share, but he's losing bigger market share. This agent in the Gene. Yeah, this agent. Can you help me? So yeah, this agent. So no, not this one. I think another one. Yeah, 6 months ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Agent actually has 65% market share, but now because his competitor come in, he's losing his market share. If you don't have an offer, guarantee you're gonna lose market share. Even if you are the best agent, you must have an offer that differentiates yourself from other agents. Even if you got 65, that's a #1 agent in that area. If you don't, so for people who are going to consistently, maintain the competitive advantage, is to consistently, add more value into the offer. Your offer become more valuable. You're going to keep differentiate yourself from other agents.
Yeah, of course.
That's a fundamental part #1. #2 is you are going to need an education-based marketing presentation to sell your offer. Okay, you say most of the agents, I say they run Facebook ads. They are doing a lot of things wrong, like you understand as well. I show you one of the case studies. Most of the agents this is something research have done by a marketing research company. They said 3% vs 67%. What I mean is 3% of people who are actually looking to talking to real estate agent. What I mean is let's say if you are in any area, 3% of people who are actually want to talk to a real estate agent, they know they want to sell the property, they are ready to sell, heavy, small. But a majority of people actually who are not ready, who are not thinking about selling. That's a majority of people. And I tell you a quick story to help you understand this. And so it is another story. Well, I used to attend one of the property investment workshop, and which is run by one of the top real estate investor educator. Her name is Deepa Boho. So she teaches basically people how to do something called a positive cash flow property. And so you know, she is really against a negative gearing property. So if you buy negative gearing property, and that is going to hold you back. And I don't want to go into much detail, but what she believes, you have to buy a positive cash flow property because that's the form where most of people to build the wealth. So in a workshop, I met one of the gentlemen, and he has an investment property in one of the area, and one of my client work for is, and in the northwest of Sydney. So I was talking to him in the networking event. I said, and how do you think about a workshop? He told me, I just want to sell my property because I come out from workshop and I know I got a negative gearing property. I thought I got a good investment, but I found that that's the bad one. I have to sell that one. So he told me about that, and then I asked him, which area and he live in, his investment property is located. He told me in Castle Hill, actually, which is the area one of my clients work with. I said, how about I just introduce you to the agent, because actually I work with the agent, helping them with the marketing. So I introduced him. Unfortunately, he didn't go ahead with the agent. He went ahead with someone else. And I'm not sure reason why. Maybe he knows some other agent better. But but the point I want to explain is because this gentleman, he will never sell his property if he doesn't know his negative gearing property is a bad investment. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why do I tell you this? The reason I tell you this is most of the agents, they use a free market proposal. Okay, they are only advertising and trying to market to 3% of people who are wanting to sell now. That's why. And I run the Facebook ads as well. I target about 1,000 people, get one lead. Then I use one of the education-based marketing. I said, okay, now we have a presentation. Basically, I teach you how to have a webinar. The webinar teach you how you can sell your house for smarter, better, or for smarter, better, and less stress. So it is an education. It's like a training, and a lot of people who are more interested about learning something rather than interested about getting a free market proposal. So this is one of the research they did as well. They basically have two websites. One is like 3% people. One, so they send the traffic to the website. They find about 3% of people who get an inquiry, 50% of people who went to the website, engage about it, into do kind of stuff, then just left the website. 47% of people just bounce back. They also did something called 100 test. This is one of the internet marketers who run Facebook ads did as well. They basically send 100 people to our web page, 100 people to here and to say, do you want to get a queue? Which is they send an inquiry, and 3% of people said yes. So I got 3 lead, he got 1 sale. I also sent about 100 people to another one to get something called a free report, and basically educated them about it. They got 25 leads, made a 3 sale. So basically triple the sale. And this is why you need an education-based marketing presentation.
Yeah.
Education-based marketing presentation. I go through what it is about. So basically what we did as well. I'm going to. So this is the second part. This is a system like I help the agent build, already been built as well. So this is basically a traffic source. I'm just using referral partner was one example. You send it to a webinar. Webinar is the ideal way you can do it because you have an average. You send it to a webinar, and then once you send it to the webinar, what happens is your webinar have a presentation. The presentation will educate them, like a sender, what your offer is about and why they need to sell with you. So basically, your presentation does one job: educating the reason why they need to sell. And I'm sure that's very easy for you because you can educate them about the market, educate them about the timing, educating them about the buyer. And most of the seller, they don't know about it, but you are agent, you have a lot of it. And then you need to educate them about your offer, why you are different from other agent. Once you educate, you finish that one. This is the webinar. Now they sign up a webinar, then you're going to have the email and the SMS funnel them up into the live webinar. You use the webinar, you finish. And end of the webinar, you ask them to book an appointment. So if the people who already believe, okay, it's the best time to sell, and also believe your offer has the best value, they're going to book an appointment. And if they don't book an appointment, you got an email and SMS and a phone call to follow them up. They can automate it. But this part, I would suggest you do a live webinar first for a few months, then you automate it. And you can automate the webinar as well, by the way, but you need to maybe deliver a live webinar for like 3 or 4 months because you need to understand, what kind of if your presentation really works or not. So we did this as a test. We run a Facebook ads and for one of our agent, and we actually got about 61 property seller leads, but that's really, really cold. When you're trying to call them, book an appointment with them, they're not going to book an appointment with you because they're really cold.
Yeah.
We don't call them. We get into a webinar, and the agent just basically, he doesn't really like a PPT, and so he did an interview with one of our agent into webinar. We get people into webinar, and so we get people into webinar. End of the webinar, and then I asked the agent, I said, how many appointments he booked? He said he booked 4 appointments. So this is something we have done already. I asked the agent how many appointments. I get 4. And when people book an appointment, then we use a HubSpot as a CRM. Then people will have the name, email, mobile. Just say this person has a book appointment, so agent get a reminder for this. So basically, this is a webinar funnel we built for the agent. So basically, you can drive. Let's say you drive traffic. You can use Facebook ad. You can use there's so many other traffic sources, but I'm going to show you which one will be the best. But this basically like this, and so people will understand what topic you're gonna learn, and blah blah. Who is the webinar for, and who is the agent for, and what you are gonna use this. You're gonna get it. Where we get it. Let's say we get 61 leads from just Facebook ad. In the free market proposal, I use a free market proposal. We get 1 lead.
Yeah, huge.
That is a huge difference. Agent has a testimonial as well, so make sure that your landing page must be professional. So people reach the webinar. So we design professional one, and to get people to say, okay, they're gonna come here to learn something. That's why most of agents try to sell people something. That's why they don't give the contact detail. But actually, 61 people give the contact because this one we told them they come here and learn. It's free as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't any money. So that's why they come here. And then after finishing that, I use this as well. And not only you can use the point because the presentation for structure is so powerful. Actually, I use it to make sales. I have a training program. This is my one. I do what I say. Because everything I've done it, so I teach agent to do as well. So this is my webinar. Looks pretty much the same because I did it for my agent. So I got tested. Yeah. So this is the agent I designed the offer for him. This is the guy I help him get a 4 appointment. Yeah. So after I use this as well. So I used to sell one of the program, and I sold about 997. So I use the same webinar to sell program. Let's say you only use the same webinar to get appointment. So if I can use that to sell $1,000 program, you can definitely use that to get appointment, no doubt. And the reason why I can use that one is because your webinar have a structure. By the way, this is your system. This is how they work. So you Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, you promote your webinar, and Thursday you run the webinar, and Friday you follow them up. You automate this one. This is kind of like your lead gen system, your webinar lead gen system. You automate it, you do it every single week. And so the reason why it works is because the webinar have a structure. Most of the agents, they know about webinar, but I told them, someone told you, okay, I run webinar, but I didn't work. And let me tell you why it didn't work. I can use webinar to sell $1,000 product. You cannot even use webinar to get appointment. It's because your webinar don't have a structure. I'm just briefly go through the structure. Structure is number one, you have to, most of people don't have a structure. They just go to webinar, share a bunch of information. That's not gonna work. Number one, you have to use something called a broad promise. What I mean is tell them what a webinar is about, hook to the end, get their attention, tell them, basically give them a bonus or gift so they're gonna stay end of the webinar, command attention. Most of people are they got so much distraction like social media. You have to ask and turn off the phone, and then you need to qualify yourself. Basically, you tell them I'm a qualified agent, and also I be in the area, also blah blah, and future pacing, give them what's expected. Then you teach the content. So your content not just teaching everything. The content is a structural way to get them to believe you have the best offer for them. So you are not just going to teach them a bunch of the random stuff. You are going to structure your presentation, your content. going to get them to believe you have the best offer for them, and if they want to sell the property. After that, I'm going to teach you something called a stack. Basically, you prove your breakdown of your offer. Let's say your offer has a all of the feature and benefit. Let's say you can help them promote on realestate.com.au, you can help them promote domain.com.au, you can help them promote on social media. You are going to help them save $3,000, $5,000 in from the service they're going to need it. You're going to do something called stack. You're going to stack each of your product into a offer. Then the total value of your offer is more than the commission you are charging. Let's say the total value of your offer is let's say 50K. You charge commission 3%. Let's say you may take 20K from them. Then they can justify it. Then another presentation, you do something close. So if they do have any objection, they say, oh, do they have objection about timing is the right time to sell? Then you're gonna handle objection. Do they have the right timing about? Do you have the objection about your commission rate? You're gonna handle objection as well. If they got objection about your your offer, you're gonna handle objection. You're gonna handle every single objection. So end of the day, if you do this properly, I guarantee you're gonna book appointment, no doubt, because I use this one to sell $1,000 product. But the key is this is a sales presentation. You deliver in a webinar format. That's all.
So what, the webinars are pre-recorded segments?
No, the webinar, initially, I don't suggest you pre-record it. Initially, I will suggest you do a live. You can use Zoom to do it.
Yeah.
Now, and why do a live? Because you want to test it if your presentation works. Once you've done so many times, then you record it.
Yeah, okay.
You've done like a few months, then you handle, okay, let's say you got about 40 people into a webinar. You got about like a 2 appointment. Okay, you're doing that consistently for a few months, then you record it. Does it make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Then you automate it. Okay. This strategy is a proven to work strategy. By the way, most of agents don't know about it. I tell you that which company has used this one most successfully. That strategy has been used before internet come out. There is a company called Mario Ninja. Have you heard of Mario Ninja, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Mario Ninja. You haven't heard of Mario Ninja?
Mario Ninja. Merrill Lynch. No.
No, okay. I tell you what, Mario Ninja. Mario Ninja pretty much is the largest investment management. They're Fortune 500 company, by the way. Now they're bought by Bank of America. They're largest financial investment firm on Wall Street, one of the largest one. And so I've been there for a long time as well. But Mario Ninja wasn't be that way. And so Mario Ninja actually use the same strategy I share with you. There is one of article you can read about it. So back to 1950, and Mario Ninja and at the time is really small as well. And then he hired one of the marketers. This is one of the marketing genius, by the way. And so at that time, what happened is everyone on by the way, they don't have internet, so have to use the newspaper ads to get a lead. So they basically run ads on newspaper and get a leads. So basically, everyone run ads on newspaper, just advertise, the product or services, like why do you need to buy stock? And so, this guy, he understand that most of people actually don't know what a stock is about. By the way, at that time is back in 1950, so most people don't really know much about a stock. Just let you know. And these days, I guess still a lot of people don't know much of stock investing as well. So what this guy has done is this one. And he's a brilliant marketer. He found out most people don't know about stock. So what he did is he write like a full page newspaper article to explain people why they need to invest in stock and what stock is about it and why they need to invest with Mario Ninja. And so because of the strategy, this newspaper is like a full page and it's really long, but it's purely just education. End of the page, people can request like a stock invest booklet, like a small booklet, and then just because the newspaper ads, it pull up like 3 million leads. 3 million. It is 3 million. It is a real story. So 3 million leads and for Mario Ninja. So it is 3 million. So that bought Mario Ninja. Become the Mario Ninja today, and give you. Wall Street, whatever about it. Yeah, so this is an article about it. So what everyone know about stock investing, and so this is basically they talk about it. What's a success? Mario Lynch received 5,000 requests for this. Basically, another time, if the people wanted to request, people have to cut their mail back. I mean, it's every old school.
Yeah.
The marketing strategy work. I just need to know. So 5,000 just immediately, requested like a booklet, and then they said okay. Then they run this online newspaper like a New York Times, the big national newspaper. They pour about a 3 million inquiry.
Yeah, huge.
Into millions of prospect customers. So Mario Lynch found a small financial firm to become a gem financial investment today because of this strategy, because of this article back to 1948. So the strategy, education based on marketing presentation, it is proven to work by long time ago, but unfortunately most of our real estate agents don't know about it, but they've been used in financial area.
Quick question. This webinar is at what time of day do you find it works?
I find it works best. It is a Thursday. Thursday, like for you, will be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. around that time. Because why? Let me tell you one. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you are going to promote it. And you are going to run campaign, going to promote it. And you can do Facebook ads, you can do whatever marketing campaign, get people into there. Then Thursday night you run it. Why is because it's after work. That's why most people have time.
Yeah.
So then Friday you have time to follow up, because Friday let's say Friday you're gonna follow. Okay, for sure. Thursday you run webinar. If you got appointment, then Friday you can do the phone call then, and for the people who book appointment and to do listen presentation. And also you're gonna phone call them for people watch the webinar, don't request it. You're gonna maybe they got some objection, you're gonna handle it. So your listen presentation will be easy because you already have a sales presentation conversion.
Yeah.
And the offer, then your listen presentation, you just go to their sign agency agreement. You have this one to sell to them already. So you don't have to go listen presentation, spend an hour to sell them. This webinar already been help you sell them already. Does it make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So this is a process. So Mario Lynch use it, and so basically that's what I. Well, let's go back to the where are we up to. Okay, let's go back to the. I'll go back to this one. So this is basically what I is. So first part, you need erasable offer.
Yep.
And then you need to have an education based on marketing presentation. Then what I do is when I teach agent to run something called a campaign to drive traffic. By the way, campaign, there's a difference between campaign and Facebook ads. I'm just briefly go through about this as well. Facebook, I'm just going to explain to you what is the difference between marketing campaign and also advertising.
Yeah.
Every different, okay? Advertising, you see most of agents who are doing just put a piece of ad out there. Yeah, have you seen it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's really going to get you a lot of traction. Why? Let me tell you the reason why. Just a single ad, just a piece of ad get it there, because social media is a really noisy word. And so let's say I've done a lot of ads as well. I've done many type of ads, like this type of ads. Okay, I'm just going to explain to you. Every single ads, there's a 4-minute run ads called hook, story, and offer.
Yeah.
So basically, I tell you what. So let's say on your like a copy of your ad. So you get basically you have maybe a picture, maybe you get into watch a webinar. That is a hook. Hook. Then you tell them a story about your webinar and why you run webinar. Going to land. Then you offer them to watch a webinar. That's an ad. Get it then. But if you just do one ad, you only hook. Let me ask a question, and you may put your ads out there. It's okay. Do you want to let's say learn how to sell your property for the best price? If you wanted to, and just click the link and sign up the webinar. And what kind of people do you think you're going to attract?
Motivated people that want to make a move.
Yeah, so you are going to attract the people who want to sell the property for the best price. Yeah,
yeah.
That's what you're advertising about. But is that only people you want to attract? No, you want to attract more than that, because there are so many reasons why people want to sell. for sure, people, for people sell the best price, you're gonna attract them. But if you can advertise also, you can help them have less stress. Have the selling price, you're gonna attract them as well. Also, if you say, okay, you can help them save money from, let's say, from the tradespeople, like I said about you have a offer, that's gonna attract them as well. So you are going to have a different hook, just like you go to fishing. There's a difference between ads and the marketing campaign. Most of ads is just one hook, like one bait to get one type of the customers. Marketing campaign is different. Marketing campaign is you are going to go out fishing with a different type of bait. So with a bait, you are going to have so many different baits. That means that I don't suggest you just run Facebook ads. I have to suggest you use what type of different. Facebook ads is great. It's something called a media channel, but also you have to think about other media channels, or like email marketing. That what type of media channel? Then you need to, you're not just going to give them one type of bait. You need to give them a different type of bait, because different people, there is a different reason for them to watch a webinar. You're not okay. So the more bait you're going to throw out in the social media or in the marketing world, the more people you are going to attract. That is the difference between, so marketing campaign, I have to tell you, basically it is a series of ads to attract like a different type of leads. This one ads, it is one type of the bait, it is one ad or one type of ad. You can run multiple ads to attract type of leads. So if you just have one ad there, you only can attract one type of. If you have a marketing campaign out there, you are going to attract the. You are going to get way more leads. You are going to double, triple. You are going to get way more, because you are only gonna. So if you think about the difference between like a, have you watched about a U.S. like a president campaign? Have you watched that just a few months ago? Think about like a U.S. because these people they are running U.S. election, and Donald Trump and the Biden and the two men, they're not just going to use Facebook, they for sure use social media, but what else they're going to use? Like they use
Google ads.
Google ads. Also, they use a TV show. They use a newspaper. They don't have use, but they use a TV show. They use YouTube. They use so many. Why? Because different people are active in different type of channels. So
of course.
I'm telling you,
they've also got a budget too. So
I got a budget. But there are some say, is this free? You don't even have a bigger budget. You can do this one. What I mean is, you need to come out with a campaign strategy, which is what I mean is you take your presentation. Basically, I tell you the strategy. Basically, you take your presentation. Let's say your presentation have content, So you take your presentation and then you are going to, have you heard about in the digital marketing? Have you heard about something? Everyone told you about something called the content is king. The content you have to produce
content. Of course.
So, but how are you going to create a content? How do you know how? Okay, I tell you what I've discovered. In the past, I've seen, there are some people just create a random content, promote some of the, some agent, just shoot a picture of the property. They're good. But I tell you more strategic way to produce the content. Basically, if you go back to your webinar presentation, what are you gonna do here? Your webinar presentation have the content. You basically just take the content from your webinar presentation. Then because your webinar is going to be like a 1 hour or 90 minutes. So you just take the content from webinar presentation. Then you are going to promote it to a different channel. You just basically promote on social media. Promote why? Because your webinar is designed to convert them into into the prospect. So basically your webinar is a sales message. You take your webinar presentation. Of course, you're not going to take a whole webinar. You're going to take a piece of this one and put an article on Facebook and put an article on LinkedIn, then use that as a content marketing strategy. Use that as a bait to attract the people into your webinar funnel. That's a whole strategy. So basically summarize, and number one is that irresistible offer help you differentiate you from other agents. So that help you guarantee, not guarantee, I cannot guarantee as well, but I can say this will help you dramatically increase your chance to win the listing. Even if you don't have to be the #1 agent, or you don't have the biggest market, or you don't have the sphere of influence. Number 2 is have an education-based marketing presentation to help you convert the leads, cold leads, and into the appointment. And you can automate the process later on. Number 3 is have the campaign, which I teach people how to do, is a content marketing campaign, like I'm doing. That's why I produce so much video on Facebook and YouTube, because you are coming from one of video. I'm sure you watch one of my videos, then you sign up my webinar, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, same as well. This strategy works. So not only you did it, and a few other people did as well. Actually, I use the same strategy, make it a sale. Yeah, make it a program. So people watch my Facebook video, live video, and people sign up my webinar. People sign a webinar, then people go through my sales presentation. People just bought the program. I use a strategy for myself. It is proven to work, and I use for agent, help them get appointment already. So it is like a to B, like a proven to work lead gen system.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require you. Just first one, it doesn't require. First one, you don't need to run Facebook ads, because you may get an organic traffic first. So when you want to drive traffic on social media, you can just publish content like me, like I did. Try your organic traffic first, or publish on YouTube. Or you can what you can do is if you want to run ads, you can do as well. But first, I would suggest you use organic, because you're going to test it. What's your return on investment? Then you are going to use paid ads.
Yeah, got it.
Make sense? Yeah, got it. Because you want to test it, whether your presentation, your offer works as well. Just let you know, I spent a long time to test my presentation and offer as well. You want to test it if that works. Once it works, then you're going to use a paid ads to scale up. Paid ads is when you prove it to work, then your paid ads is make sure you get a return on investment. That's when you should use paid ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Okay, now you got it.
Interesting stuff. Very interesting. Now I've got to leave in about five minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you part of my offer if you're interested about it. So
yeah, please.
If that's something you are interested about it. So okay, here will be my my offer. So you get someone to do your. Has the website been built yet, or haven't been built?
No, in the process.
So you got someone to build a website. Okay, sure. So I'm going to basically show the offer, and basically you understand what a offer will be. I got a presentation as well. So basically, I'm going to go to the what are you gonna get. So basically, what I work helping people is something called webinar funnel. That's what you're gonna get. Can you see my slide, by the way?
Yep.
Okay, webinar funnel is I have a training program for this. So basically, you are gonna get a webinar, webinar based, sales presentation consultation with me. So basically, I work with you one-on-one, help you create a webinar presentation. Then I will help you work with you, actually design your webinar follow-up sequence, because people come to webinar, you want to have a automated email sequence to follow up.
Sure.
And, yeah, you can use a phone follow-up, but take a lot of time. You want to have automated, yeah? So this can be used for email and SMS. And then to webinar funnel presentation review as well. So this is I work with you and one-on-one to help you create it. And so what are you gonna get here is okay, this one worth $5,997. I tell you where I learned this webinar presentation structure. I've been invest about $5,997 for one of the company. You can Google search about them, by the way. So one of the company actually in Sydney, they teach people how to use a presentation to sell a training program. They're like a public speaking training company. They basically this is a company in Sydney, a company. And so I attended the program. Program is great, by the way. A lot of people attend as well. Have you heard about any of this? Jack DeLosa? Have you heard about the guy, Jack DeLosa?
No, I haven't.
No, he's one of the founder of Entourage. Entourage is quite a big entrepreneur workshop. By the way, you don't have to. You can just a lot of famous people attend as well. So I attended, and it cost me $5,997 and for the workshop and to learn the presentation. So if you wanted to learn the structure, which I showed you, and so it's going to cost you $5,997. That's basically how much it cost me. So that's they're not just going to do one-on-one with you. I'm going to do one-on-one with you. What I mean is they're going to attend the workshop. Then they're going to have like a 100 people do there, and you're going to learn the presentation structure. Then you're going to create a presentation. This one I do one-on-one. I think it's worth more than the price, but I just say, okay, that's what I'm going to charge. I can pay for. You want to learn $5,997. I'm not going to come with a price randomly. It's what I paid for. Okay. Second thing is a bonus. I give you the people bonus as well. Okay, what else I give to you, which is inside is I give the people a bonus. Number one is something called a funnel script. For your, let's say for you, if you want in the future, you want to run, if you want to run the, let's say run the Facebook ads or run the what I mean is that you want to run the Facebook ads or you want to do the content for your social media. I know it's very hard for you to come up with the content with the like what are you gonna promote it. In the past, I was really struggling as well. And so I found out this is because one of the friends, I told you I'm a guy who just paid for. So actually, he's one of my friends, and his name is Gumer. And so what happened is he paid a digital marketing agency in Sydney. Yeah, so he paid a digital marketing agency in Sydney. This is one equity. This is basically he paid him to build a funnel, not a webinar funnel, but just a simple landing page. And not this one, equity investment. Yeah, I'm sure he's here. So basically, and paid them to build this one, and to build just a simple landing page, so people can, he still invest in property in Sydney, by the way. He paid one of the digital agency in Melbourne to build this for him. So basically, very simple. And do you know how much it cost him?
How much?
And this is how much. I said, how much it cost you? He sent me this invoice. That invoice, the receipt he paid for it. For zero, like almost $5,000 for this.
Yeah.
And I said, why is it so expensive? I say, no, that's just a simple animal. Why do you pay so much money? He told me, and the company charging is because this one. Okay, this one doesn't cost much to build one of the page. You may pay $100, you can get it. Why is it cost you like $5,000?
Yeah.
I told you because they have a copywriter to write all the copy for him. They got Australian local copywriter. So if you don't know what a copywriter salary is,
quite a bit, I guess.
Yeah, copywriter is just really expensive. So copywriter salary in Australia, if you find a copywriter, people write a sales copy, and a really good one, copywriter in Australia, like charge about like $6,000. That's the average one.
It's average, yeah.
Yeah, but actually the good one is worth about $100K. The good one, every experienced one, I mean professional one, like high end. This one would be average, low end, median price, high end. So they told me they got a high, like a Australian, like the high end copywriter. So I said, wow, I mean that's really expensive. Actually, I was learning copywriting. I was thinking about pay someone. I found I got into learn a skill. It's gonna take a long time for you to learn a skill, just like a learn sales skill. Another thing I found out is that you can buy a software. I found out that one of the copywriter developed a software. Actually, I paid almost this software is like a subscription, and so it's about $797 per year USD dollar. So you can have all of the copywriting done, like an advertising script, Facebook ads. You wanted to want to write Facebook ads. Basically, you just put your answer all of the question and build. Then the copy of your Facebook ads just come out. You just copy this, put your Facebook ads and run Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Also, you want to have your website content done or website copy done, and the sales letter. You want to have a sales letter done. I said that's cool. I'm going to definitely buy that. It's quite expensive, and I bought it. So let's say put your account here, and then this is going to be your landing page sales copy. Just come out, just copy and paste. So it's going to save like $4,000.
Yeah, totally.
And then I said how much. So this is what he paid for it, and say basically, and what I mean is I'm just go back to the one. So bonus number one is if you want to buy it, it's going to cost you 1058 Australian dollar per year. Every single year I pay for it, and I'm because I allow multiple users, so I give my client access as well. So I give this to you as one of the bonuses.
Yeah.
Another one is I'm sure are you looking for like an outsourcing? Like
not at this stage, no.
Yeah, no stage. Okay, but this one on other bonus you can use later on. What I mean is let's say I would suggest for any agent, you know, if you got some for every agent when you get started to hire every coach, every trainer say you need to have a personal assistant,
yeah.
But to have a personal assistant in Australia is really expensive, I'm sure you know. In New Zealand as well, the salary is 60K to 80K. So I found a solution is actually you can outsource people in the overseas, people like Philippines, they speak good English, but their salary is really low,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you want to outsource someone, you need to give them a training program. What I mean is you cannot just hire someone, tell them what to do. They need to go through a training program. So actually, in the past, I tried to outsource some people. So I had already, I outsourced one of the guys from Philippines to do a website for me.
Yeah.
And then I only pay him like $250 per week. If you want to get someone like him, like a skill level in Australia, you have to pay the person about 4 times more of the price I pay him. So $250, plus you need to pay $1,000 at least in New Zealand as well. That's how much money outsourcing can save you. I highly suggest you don't outsourcing people in Australia or New Zealand, outsourcing people in the Philippines. Way cheaper and same money, they can do the same job. But unfortunately, this guy need to have a training because you cannot just get him to do the job. So what happened is I actually have a training program. I bought it and I show you. The training program, if you want to buy it, is going to cost you about $997 USD as well. And that's a training, basically show you. I'm just going to briefly show you and something called replace myself. You can buy as well. Everything I showed you, you can buy, but it's costing money. And I give to the people as a as a bonus. So this is the people, they teach you people how to do outsourcing, and they have a training program to show people. That's going to cost you $997.
Okay.
And I bought it. So basically teach you how to replace yourself with more of the admin work you don't want to do. But I bought it, and then I'm happy to give you the training program access.
Right.
Can as well. Another one is, like I say, I have a training program. A training program teaches the agent because because one of the things in the past I used to just work with the agent, help them, build the webinar funnel and build a lead gen system. But unfortunately, most of them don't know how to maintain it, and they don't know because not just I handle. Let's say I build a Ferrari for you, but you need to learn how to drive. Does that make sense? Think about one. This lead gen system is kind of like a Ferrari. Like I handle you like a Ferrari. It's really like a super powered car. None of agents have got this. You are going to have this, and it gave you so much leverage. And but unfortunately, if you don't know how to drive, you are not going to give you the best. Like you got one of the Ferrari, you don't know how to drive. So I figured out a way. Most of agents need to learn how lead gen system works. So what I do is I create a program. In my program, in quite an online course, and like this to teach agents how the real estate lead gen system how it works. So teaching them like how to run a campaign, how to run a webinar, how the webinar presentation structure works. So understand it. Then teaching them how they use MailChimp to send an email nurture sequence, teaching how to use SMS, send an SMS marketing campaign, and teaching them what's the calendar tool they need to use to schedule appointment, and basically teaching the whole things, how this works, so they learn how to drive the Ferrari. Apart from that, they're also going to get is like how much, because if you are thinking about running a Facebook ads, and you may also want to have like a ebook to give the people like a capture leads. Most agents I found out don't have it. If you try to find the one to create for, then it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars as well. So I also include in my program, I also include like home center guide, home buyers guide, home center checklist. You know, you can use it to run the Facebook ads, or you can use it and to just do a social media promotion. That's going to help you capture leads. Yeah, so that's included in my program. I sold the program. Actually, I sold the program already. So in the past, I sold the program. Let's say people paid $997. Just let you know, that's a program I sell for $997. This is the agent who paid for Australian dollars, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much is a New Zealand dollar, but I just say Australian dollar.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, if it's similar, okay. So I just want to give you one. So if you count how much value of this one is, if you add a plus 3396, and that's basically how much. I just do a math for you as well.
9.5, sort of 9.4.
Yeah, so if you're trying to get this by myself, by the way, I'm not saying you cannot get it. You can get this from someone else, but that's how much other people charge.
Yeah.
5997 plus 3396. Yeah, 39393. 9393. That is that is how much you're gonna pay for it if you only get it at two of this one.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna charge that much because because why I don't charge people much, because I have more, I have more leverage. What I mean is now I have a training program. Because I'm doing this for the reason why they charge 5997 actually, because the type of business, they have to deal with a different type of industry. So for me, because I mainly work with real estate agent, a lot of things I can create a template. So what I mean is like a webinar I showed you, and I don't have to. So if you get this one, you also going to get one of the, I'm just showing you one of the, So you also going to get one of the, next one, if you try to get some digital marketing agencies, they may charge you $4,000. But this one I already create a template now, so you can get this as a template for you to run Google ads, Facebook ads.
Yeah, perfect. Yep, great.
Of course, you do need to have to update your picture, update the video. That's what you need. You need to update the content, but you don't have to redesign it, get someone to do for you. So that's why I can charge a little bit cheaper price. So this one you get someone to design for you, guarantee. Like one of the guy who paid $4,840 just design. I think it doesn't look good at this one, but they paid more than what to pay for it. Yeah. So how much you gonna get today if you decide to join a program? Like I'm mentioning about it. You only need to pay $997. So what I mean is you only need to pay $997. That's what you only need to pay. That means you only need to pay the program $997. Just today, $997 for the whole sense. I showed you $997, and I'm going to help you with your presentation, email sequence, and also get a program. Get your presentation, get the software. The software works more than this. This software I showed you. You will get the access for the software. Yeah. And you get the training program. Also, you get my training program. I sell $997 as well. You only need to pay $997. That's what you need to pay. Then that's basically
Yeah, Jason, sounds really good. Listen, I've got to run, but can you send me an email with all that summarized? Sure.
How about I send you I send you a proposal, and I send you a proposal. Would you be able to let's say make the payment today?
No.
Is the reason why? Any other question you've got?
Yeah, look, I can. I'm late for an appointment. Send me through just send me through a summary email so I can read over it and find out when I want to make a move.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any question about this, by the way?
No, at this stage, no. It's all pretty straightforward. I can see a lot of value there.
Yeah. So why? So I'm just curious. So because I make sure you have any question, I answer you. Yeah. So okay, how about I will send you a proposal, and once I send you a proposal, pretty much I give you a let's say I give you a call, and let's say tomorrow, and
yeah, fine.
If you got any question about it?
Yep, that sounds good. Give me a call tomorrow.
what will be your best time, give you a call about this?
Anytime sort of after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which
Let's
is
say I give you a call and let's see if you can do 2. Let me check.
after midday your time.
After midday my time. Okay, sure. I give you a call and let's say 2 o'clock in Sydney. Would it be 5 o'clock your time? Yeah.
That'd be 4 o'clock my time, which is fine.
Okay, sure. I give you a call and 4 o'clock your time. And
Great. Thanks very much, Jason.
like I said, the reason why I work for this one, I don't have enough time because the more and more agents who join my program, I'm not gonna be able to do the one-on-one consultation.
Yeah, sure, got it.
More and more, like just let you know, I pretty like you understand as well. So the more agent I do one-on-one, I just don't have enough time.
Yeah, of course.
Now I'm happy to do one-on-one. Will help you with the presentation done, and so, but this is not going to be available. Definitely not going to be available very soon because I only can handle so many agents.
Yeah, got it. Listen, I've got to run. I'm late, but let's talk tomorrow. Thanks, Jason.
Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Okay, I send you a proposal as well. Bye.